Welcome to Bards and Nobles.
And
In
purgatory.
I don't yeah, we got to figure out how to
Yeah.
replace that
Are
part.
we
Keep
actually
trying new
doing?
stuff
I
and no one's
don't know if
jumping
we're
on board.
doing that.
I don't either. Anyways,
In the pit.
this is episode 3 of our
Founding
new Shadows of the Pit Lords campaign, and I am Brian, the game master. Tonight I am joined by
Aaron Williams playing Daggerclaw.
Andrew Danon playing Wraith.
Anthony Boyd playing some new character because my last one died.
Charles
Ralph!
Nelson playing Necros.
Sorry, Charles.
No, that's the most Ralph.
No, that's
way
really
to-
on brand. Yeah.
You're so in character right now.
You gonna introduce yourself or?
No, that was good. I think that was
Okay,
good.
all right, fair enough.
Pretty sure that covers it.
I'm Trey.
I don't think we need a second take.
Don't do second takes. And I'm playing a changeling.
Nice. Who is going to recap for us tonight in this game?
That's
Never you listen
me.
to it.
Because I rolled the lowest.
Womp
Womp womp. So, from what I remember from the last campaign, because it's been like 2 weeks now, we had recently come up out of the sewers and made our way into an alleyway. And then we basically picked up from there when we started the episode, and then we were trying to figure out what we were going to do. We ended up, trying to help some people. We busted our way into like a side room off of the alleyway, where we were trying to discuss it and kind of figure out, what we needed to do. We helped some kind of like bunny goblin looking thing off the streets of the alleyway.
What a goblin is, right?
Yeah, did you say bogoblin?
A bogoblin.
Oh, that makes sense.
Canon
I like
now.
that.
It is now.
Yes. So we helped her out. She gave us a token for one of the city's factions. And then we learned that Larry Houlihan was such a good hider, in fact, that nobody actually saw him. And the pain destroyed him utterly and completely.
Nope, I just got trampled. Not even that.
because
I wish
of
he
the
had a
pain.
glorious death like that.
He got trampled by the people running from the pain. So, I mean,
Pain by proxy.
exactly. Pain by proxy. And then from there, we decided to seek out the group that the Bogoblin was part of. She gave us a little token. I don't remember the name of that group. I want to say it was like the Top Hats or some shit like that.
It was.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
I think
Brian's like, nope.
no,
Not at
It
all.
was something. It was
The
suspenders or
strappers.
something.
It was the
Yeah, the
The
strap-ons.
strappers.
Yeah.
The strap-ons.
You're saying the same thing, guys.
But they had a little top hat. The coin had a top hat on it. So you're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's all I remember from that.
Just
and
the
then,
tickers.
Yeah, so we set out to go find them, and then apparently some time has passed. I'm going to let Brian take it from there. Because that's basically where we left off.
What a
So
hand-
we
yeah.
buried Boyd.
we buried Larry.
Did we
Larry.
actually-
Boyd is still here.
No, we buried. Did we actually bury him, or did we just?
Oh,
I think
you're
we
right.
just piled a bunch of rocks on him in the house and just left
Yeah,
him
we
there.
gave him a
Oh.
eulogy and everything.
You
We
guys
did give him-
tried to, but his body wasn't there, remember?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He did.
Yeah.
He disappeared.
He
You
got
guys tried to
trampled
give
that
him-
badly.
Give him some funeral rites, but his body wasn't there.
Oh, that's right, because I was all like, he pulled the Jedi trick on us.
Right.
I remember now.
Which you actually notice that the next morning as you guys get up and just kind of like take a survey of the surroundings, that not all the bodies are there. Doesn't look like anyone had cleaned up or dragged any off. It's as if the bodies didn't stay there when they hit the floor.
I'm just saying,
Uh,
self-cleaning bodies is really handy, guys. I'm just...
And since that morning, it's been a rocky few days since then. You guys have been basically living hand to mouth, surviving this strange world, getting to know the surroundings a little more, getting to acquaint yourselves with this weird upward sloping city All the buildings have been a mix of wood and stone and iron and in what would be various old world styles and architecture, but nothing more advanced than I wouldn't even say industrial age type buildings. Um, have you guys kind of been sticking together, or did you guys like spread out and do your own things? Like, what have you guys been doing to survive? Um, let's go to Charles first.
Yeah, I kind of split off from the group to try to see if we can split up and find the strappers. Um,
Okay.
and then
Um,
like,
go ahead.
what's up?
Okay, I was gonna say, so, um, what is I guess for Necros, what was one question that you had or tried to seek out an answer to? I guess it's sounding like just finding where the strappers would be.
Yeah, not only that, because like the goal there is to try to like get some food and lodging, but
Mhm.
like the larger question is to try to figure out where I am and where the nearest spaceport is.
Okay. Um, I would say that over the course of these few days, the conversations you have with any random passerby or any person you address doesn't really seem to go anywhere. It doesn't seem like anyone really knows what you're talking about when you say spaceport, but they don't seem too concerned about it. It's just like ramblings or a random word that they don't know. Like, but it's not like freaking them out in any way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Ralph.
Yes.
What's Ralph kind of been up to? What main question is Ralph trying to answer right now?
You know, Ralph is not quite concerned about food, seeing that he's a clockwork. So he's really, honestly, he's not even got questions. He's just trying to find living things and like trying to like find animals and make like a habitat. You know, like, you know, I'm like trying to find stray cats if I can find any, and
Oh,
you
not
know,
this, not
collecting
this
any
game
plants.
again.
You know what? Oddly enough, the few days that have gone by, you haven't seen a single cat. There's just it
No.
doesn't seem to be any cats in this place, which
Oh,
strikes you as odd for a city as densely populated and as busy as this is.
like
Um,
rats, like actual rats, not rat people.
you have seen rat people, but no actual rats.
Oh, this is just so mad.
Um,
Okay. I just collect plants then. Every plant I can, I'm gonna collect it into my room.
He
okay, I
also
feel like
murders them.
what what room is this?
Oh, actually, I don't even have a room. It's gonna be a corner in the alley. I'm just collecting plants and putting them in this corner in the alley that I sleep in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go to Trey. How's Jane been doing? What's been going on here?
The one question that
Yeah.
Jane's trying to answer is, what the fuck am I? So it's and trying to figure out what this curse is, power, whatever it is. She's been wandering the city, or this thing's been wandering the city and has been basically passing through crowds and like all he knows how to do is like if he can make physical contact with them, he can turn into them. So he's just been doing this, trying to figure it out, and then trying to find people that look like Jane to try to
Okay.
like regain, the first appearance. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So like I guess Jane kind of gravitates more towards humans.
definitely towards humans, but
Okay.
like also, if it's like, can I turn into that? Let's find
Yeah.
out, kind of stuff. But also, anytime she sees anyone that looks remotely like Jane, she's like intently trying to
Touch them.
change into them too. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So Daggerclaw, what have you been up to the past few days, and like what question like about the city or literally just where you're at? What is the first thing Daggerclaw's trying to figure out about this place as he establishes I guess his grounding or his bearing here?
Where are the edges of the territories? He's trying to understand where the where the boundaries between territories are, and what different groups are fighting for.
Okay. So there are. It's kind of hard to see, I guess, what would be called like faction lines or territory lines, because there's no like external like line or painting that says here is the end of this territory. You're able to establish at least this block, not even block, this ward that you guys have landed in, and it's basically, it acts as the marketplace or area, and colloquially it's known as the Wheel of Gold. That's the general area of the city that you're in. As far as who controls this place, a couple names have popped up depending on who you ask. And in this particular area of the Wheel of Gold, the most common names you hear are the Defilers, the Strappers, and the Self-Made. And you hear people either like in hushed tones or like looking over their shoulder or like asking, hey, are you one of those strappers, and things like that. It's just, those are the three main factions you hear in this area.
Perfect.
All right, and then Wraith, what have you been up to? And I guess also same question, like what is something you've tried to figure out or learn about this place?
So I have spent, after our whole encounter with getting out of the sewers and seeing Larry trampled to death and just disappearing, it kind of really got me curious as to what is going on in this city, and you got me kind of really curious about what happens to, people when you die, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually set out looking for, various, people to talk to, libraries, bookstores, anywhere that has material where I could try to do some research on the city, like the history of the city, and like the different types of, like magic and death in the city, basically. And I actually came across a really interesting place out on the edge of the city. It looked like an old bookstore, and this really pale-skinned elderly gentleman actually approached me and was like, "You need this more than I." And then I took the book. It was like really old and dusty. It looked like it was like centuries old. And then I went to go thank him, and ask him like what the book was. And I went to go thank him. And I look up, he was gone, and the bookstore was just a pile of rubber, like a pile of rubble, like it wasn't there anymore. So I thought it was very curious. So I've been studying that book since that.
Definitely
Okay.
cursed,
Time.
but okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. And I feel like just touching on that, going off with the trying to explore like death and things like that, just some of the conversations you've had with the locals, I feel like another name has popped up more than once in conversation. And it's a group of people known as the Doom Guard. And as far as you can tell, if you have questions about death, if you have questions about entropy in any form, the Doom Guard are the ones to talk to. Just because of their relationship with it, and just their reputation for dealing with death. So as the few days goes by, I'm going to pick one of you and want to go in popcorn fashion. So you pick the next person, of just how you guys kind of run back into each other. And I'm going to go with...
Plot twist, we don't. Next campaign.
It's just going to be a series of parallel running threads of solo games at this point.
James starts a small business.
Hey, Aaron, you remember what you were bitching about the whole storytelling thing about TV shows? This is it. And we're going to do it.
No, we're going to go with Ralph first. What are you doing? And who's the first other person that you reconvene with?
Ralph is honestly quite depressed and finds himself kind of just most of the time when he's not collecting plants, he's sitting in his corner of the alleyway, kind of crying, wishing that there was like more normal people in life, and you know, just there's no animals, and so he's kind of real down, and he's, you know, whenever he sees somebody wounded, he's trying to help him out, but you know, he's just kind of sick of this like hellacious place.
Okay,
And
it's only been 3 days.
Oh yeah, no, it's plenty.
Okay,
It's plenty.
all right. Because I can only picture Marvin from Hitchhiker's Guide. It was just this depressed robot walking around.
Yep. You know what? I think that's probably accurate. I'm trying to make my little sanctuary of peace, of greenery, but it's like it's kind of decrepit and they're crappy plants.
Right.
And I feel like somebody runs into me weeping in the alleyway, and I look more like a pile of rubble than I do an actual clockwork. Because I've just not taken care of myself. Like, I'm all dirty and gross.
Wow, you've rusted over in 3 days.
I haven't rusted over. I haven't like wipe myself off. I'm just like kind of gross.
You got this
like,
5 o'clock rust.
Getting all dingy already.
5 o'clock rust. Yeah.
So of the original group that all came through together, who's the first to stumble on you?
Oh, do I get the power to do this? I like this.
You do.
Oh God!
It's Larry. God. You're both in the same grave.
You're wearing his suit. His tie is around your head. So you were just.
Yeah, no one collected his stuff. You can do that.
I'm gonna say it was Necros.
All right.
Necros, you run into me as I look like you almost mistake me for a pile of trash, but I'm actually. But there's plants there too, so there's like this is a little weird.
Yeah, I'm actually like just kind of like sifting through, looking for valuables and stuff, and
going through a whole damn robot.
Yeah, it's like oh, a decommissioned robot. There should be some valuable parts here, and I begin rummaging to see what's on you. Do you stop me or anything? What happens?
I actually have 12 bits on me. I actually hand you my 12 bits.
Oh, thanks. I'm like, wait a second, Ralph, is that you?
Oh, what's up, man? Yeah, you know, I'm just being miserable over here. It's you know, everyone else is doing it. How are you?
Oh, you're the only one there. No one else is doing one.
Yeah, it's the hip new thing.
Everyone else is doing it.
He's talking about the plants.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the bits, dude. Really brightened up my day. Hope your day gets better.
Bye.
Be safe out there. It's good to see you, Necros.
Yeah, but like, have you seen any of the others?
Honestly, I'm kind of sick of this place, man. Aren't you sick of this place?
Yeah, I've been trying to find a way out. I haven't had any luck.
No leads at all?
No,
Man.
I think I've run into a few. Brian, have I run into any strappers? Have they helped me out or anything?
I don't think you've run into any. You have a lead on where like a strapper controlled like business might be, but you haven't just seen any like people on the street just walking. It's like, oh, I'm a blood, I'm a Crip. Hey, how's it going? Like, you haven't seen any strappers in the street, I guess.
Okay.
But you do have a lead on where you could possibly find some.
Yeah. Okay, so I haven't found the strappers yet, but I might have a lead.
Do you think they can help us get out of here?
Ralph have their token?
I do have their token. Do you think they can help us get out of here?
Well, you have their token, so maybe if you show them that.
All right, well, it's worth a shot. So I stand up. I take a small plant that I could stick on my in my clockwork assembly somehow, and I just like prop it on me, and I walk with Necros.
Because that's what clocks work well with, dirt in their inner workings.
It's all over me.
Jeez. I love how Ralph has like a token literally to like go talk to these people. So like, I'm just gonna sit in a corner and cry and rust over.
Brian,
the one PC that starts with a MacGuffin to get things going. He's like, no, I'm just gonna go mope for a bit.
It's like a Dawn Guard. Hey Charles, here's a side character for your backstory. Cool. Let's move on.
Charles, bring the next person in.
As we're walking down one of the streets, we run into Daggerclaw.
That's right.
And what do we see you doing?
Well, after learning more about these factions and stuff like that, Brian, did I get a good idea of sort of like what each of these fight for? What is their like their group philosophy?
They fight for their right to party.
Really, only one of the three.
Which ones?
Which one would you like to know more about?
The self-made.
The self-made.
The libertarian.
They're millionaires.
Is coming out.
They're the 1%.
The things you've heard about them. There's a couple other nicknames for them. They're also known as the Tested or the Godsmen. They believe that basically the multiverse tests everyone according to their current station. And basically individuals are rewarded or punished according to their performance. There's no like divine intervention. There's no like destiny. It's really it's just just kind of working and doing things on their own.
So like destiny is your now kind of thing. Your current
kind of. Even so far as some of the extremists, they believe that assisting others in performing their own tests is misguided charity and actually does harm to people and robs them of their own incentives to improve and advance.
I'm conflicted because this sounds like something that I align with, but also it sounds like a religion.
Conservatism.
So, okay. Well, I was thinking I might be like working with a group, but it is not that group. So I guess
Gotcha.
I've got a basket of food, and I'm walking down the street, and I look like I'm doing okay. Like I've got food. I'm looking.
Where did you get the basket of food from, and what kind of food is it?
I bought it. Don't ask questions.
I think he's about to ask you a question.
I feel like the overarching theme of tonight's session was questions, but all right, let's move on.
He literally at the start said, "Ask questions and answer them if you know."
No. He said, "Ask good questions."
You're right.
Somehow, Daggerclaw has found enough of a relationship with nobody that's like directly associated with the faction, but with enough people to be able to get by.
Gotcha. There's a small girl in the woods wearing a red cloak heading to her grandmother's house and just jacked that hoe.
Just left bloody and lying in a ditch.
It's a much more aggressive approach than the wolf took.
All right, so I guess as you join skipping in cadence with the other two with your basket of food, who's
totally
next?
purchased.
Like who out of the other two, who's next that you see kind of like reconvene with?
Yeah, Necros. Who we got?
Oh
no, that's too
that's the
Daggerclaw. Oh yeah, let's do this.
Oh, well,
It's Larry.
we run into Jane Tillman, and I point it out and I say, "Ralph, is that one of your plants?"
It's a Jane Tillman.
Yeah,
You asking for...
because doesn't Jane look like a plant right now?
Sure.
Oh. I didn't realize that.
That's news to literally everyone else.
I thought you said. I thought you said at the beginning of this that you were your normal self. You didn't have a disguise on.
No, but what I said was that I had been walking around town and had been just like swapping identities, trying to sort it out. So, but you know what? You find me, I am in my my natural state, I too am moping. I'm moping plants, so you're pretty sure that it's one of Ralph's.
Ralph, that looks like one of yours.
It's a pretty ugly plant. But you know what? It's still a plant. It's still okay. You know what? I appreciate that. And then I go up and I'm like, "Are you okay, plant?" And I'm like trying to figure out what's going on.
Do you expect it to talk back?
Well, I'm touching it. I'm trying to see. I mean, it looks like it's sickly, but it looks humanoidish, right?
They typically talk back.
Tell me your secrets, grass.
I just sort of look up at Ralph and I just like knowingly nod, and then I just sort of like go back to staring off into the distance.
I grab the plant and I carry it with me, and I say, I think this needs some more water. Let's put it in a better place with some more sunshine. And I pick it up and I carry Jane Tillman with me.
I resist.
Okay, I drive it. I'm like, oh crap, what the heck's happening?
I think that plant might be Jane Tillman.
Don't pick me up, Ralph.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. And I'm like, this is weird, and I back up a lot.
Yeah, I go. Oh, it's you guys. All right. What are y'all doing?
We were picking you up, apparently.
Yeah. Let's start with that, lad.
I believe Necros has found a lead on the Strappers, so we're gonna go see if that faction can help us get home.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I asked Jane, do you need like some more water or some more like direct sunlight?
I kind of Can I see a sun in this like? Is there a sun?
So as you look up, you don't really see a sky, and you don't see a sun. It's just kind of this like, at this time of day in what feels like should be morning, there's just this kind of like luminescent glow to the space above the city. Okay. And like you don't see anything beyond that. You really just see like it just fades into nothingness.
Right. So I mean, it's like at a certain point, the bold city kind of disappears into the distance.
Right, and as you guys kind of look around, it's less of a bowl, as in two opposite directions kind of extend out further than the other two directions, if that makes sense.
Like a valley, kind of.
Yeah, there you go.
A crevasse,
or a taco, even.
Yeah.
Ooh, tacos.
Now I'm hungry.
So have we seen sunlight any of the days we've been here?
No, as you guys have been kind of like exploring this this negative space or this emptiness that's like directly up, it just kind of like glows more intensely or dims a little bit, and it peaks. The peak brightness lasts for about 6 hours, and then it fades to like an almost like nighttime glow.
Sure. Give me a second, and I kind of like walk off down a little ways and find another passerby, and just sort of like bump into them as I walk by them, and then I come back down the alley and I'm like, all right, we can go now.
I'm like staring at this because I don't fully get what's happening. I remember like she changed shapes, but it's not computing for Ralph.
I'm the plant.
Oh, it looks like you got more sun. Okay.
Yep.
You're looking better. Okay.
That's what happened.
While you guys are talking, interrupting your conversation, there's these two almost like cartoonish looking devils. All they're missing are pitchforks. And they're both pretty buff, and one holds up a scroll, and the other one's like, "Hey, have you guys seen this man?" And then on the scroll is just this perfect rendition of this like star-spangled pointed conical hat wearing just like old man with like a gray beard and a blue streak in it. He's like, "Have any of you seen this man?"
What is his name?
We don't have a name yet. We're just looking for someone that matches this description. And it's like a perfectly renditioned picture.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you haven't seen him, or if you do see him, make sure you turn them in over at the fog walk. The reward is a mouthful of jinxes, and then they like push past you, and then they start questioning other people, and they're just like, "Have you seen this man?" And off in the distance.
I ask around. Has anybody ever had a jinx before? What is a jinx? And I'm just like mumbling to everybody.
I don't know. I don't think I want a mouthful of them.
I think it's when somebody buys you a Coke.
Could be type of
We got Coke.
type of food, perhaps a meat.
All
Maybe
right,
it's the nickname for their willies.
All right, Jane. How do you guys? How does Wraith get pulled into this picture?
Oh god.
He does
we see this nerd reading a book, like he's underneath like the one like tree, like lounged under it, feet crossed.
You know what's really
casually
weird, Trey?
eating an apple.
Yeah.
I was literally
Like an
like just thinking about that. Like, you know what? I'm probably like somewhere like reading this book that the old man gave me.
Like his legs are kind of crossed, and he's just kicking one foot while he's like flipping through a book, like a teen girl reading a like Tiger Beat.
Exactly. But there's like a. Go ahead.
There's the other one.
Good job. So you guys come up and talk to me, or
Yeah. As we're walking by, I walk up to him and go, "Hey, we're getting out of here, I guess."
I just look up and I'm like, wait, you guys have found a way out of the city? Like, I've been all around the perimeter. I haven't found a way out necessarily. Okay,
Well, we're gonna get out. We're gonna get out, man. I don't know how. We're gonna do it.
let's go. And I close the book, and like as I do, there's like just a distortion, like kind of like a you know how you have like the heat ripples off of like a hot road or something like that. It's kind of like that, but it's got kind of like a dark tint to it. As I close the book, and I just kind of seeps off of me a little bit, and I get up and I join them.
Oh, that looks cursed. All right, let's go.
I know a thing or two about curses.
It's actually a really good book.
That guy from the movie, that guy from the Mummy is like, "This is cursed. That is cursed. Everything's cursed with you."
It's a good book. Put it down.
So what do you guys? You guys have all got together. You are going to find the strappers. What does that entail?
Necros?
Yeah, who has the lead on that?
We follow the devil guys, and everyone that they harass, we harass them and go, "Where are the strappers?"
Where are the strappers?
No, I was told of a place where I might find one, and so I lead us to that place as like a local bar or something.
It sure is. It's the
It's the strap on that just misheard you.
no, you go to the it's still in the market ward, or I'm sorry, in the Wheel of Gold, which is major marketplace area, and you're trying to remember the name, and it's like the birdie something, the prince, and then you see it right in front of you in this gaudy purple and gold sign that says the Bearded Princess, and it is you're like, this is it. I've heard that strappers are known to hang around here.
Guys, you sure we want to go in this place?
Hally ho!
All right.
I hope they have some snazzy top hats I can buy.
This is the place, Necros?
Yeah.
All right. And I walk in.
Let's check it out.
Why are they checking our age before we enter? I don't understand.
All right, you head in, and it's a pretty dirty, dingy place. It's not well lit. There's not a whole lot of people here. There's plenty of tables, but mostly empty. The behind the bar is a massive, like, muscles rippling minotaur who's just like casually cleaning out a mug. And there's one guy on the piano that seems to just be playing a single note over and over again. And he looks to be like some type of tiefling with green skin and then like long white hair. And then there's a couple of other patrons at other tables, but mostly everyone seems to be kind of quiet and sticking to themselves. Off in the corner booth, there's a little ruckus. It's kind of some laughter, mostly just a couple people sharing drinks. What do you guys do? And it's a single story, and it doesn't look like there's any like barmaids or whatever running around. Everyone just kind of like is there drinking. What do you do?
I go to the barmaid. Wait, you said there's no barmaid. There's a
Nope.
bartender.
Yep.
I go to the bartender, and I take out my wooden coin, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I heard you guys can help me get the heck out of here, and I show him my wooden coin.
He's like, he looks at it, looks at you for a second, and then he scrapes it off the table, and he says, "Be with you in a moment." And he pulls out. I guess you guys are all kind of next to each other, or you guys all walked in together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. He pulls out and he just sets 5 drinks on the counter and pushes them towards you, and he kind of walks to the back.
I take my drink and I ask Ralph if he's gonna drink his.
You know what? Yes, I will actually, and I pour it in my mouth, even though it doesn't really go anywhere, just because I want to feel human.
And I realize
it just
that
kind of spills down. It's disgusting.
there's one drink short of our group, so he doesn't like one of us.
What?
But no, that's fine. We're good.
There's 5 of us.
There's 5 of us. One of us died.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting Boyd's not here.
Well, after
God.
after Ralph drinks his,
I thought you were gonna like
Ralph is
reminisce.
pouring one out as we speak.
Yeah, I thought you were about to reminisce about our lost compatriot, but no, you just forgot about him.
I'm sitting here looking at those Skype calls. Like, there's fucking 6 of us. What the hell? Oh my god.
I just drink by drink. I didn't think these metal men would drink, but apparently they do. So
I do pour a little bit out for Larry, as I've learned through my extensive research that is a common custom. But I do drink the rest because it's pretty good ale. And
After you're reminded that he existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that Andrew has been reminded that it's actually just the 5 of us, because Larry dead.
I just take a sip of mine. I'm kind of nursing it.
I slowly drink mine. I'm also clockwork, but I'm designed to where I can, simulate
Imbibe.
being a human without
Gotcha.
spilling food and drink all over the floor.
Gotcha.
In every way.
You can imbibe biomass for fuel.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like a live baby doll thing.
It's Charles, the real girl.
So as you guys are kind of drinking and taking your, looking over and kind of just for the first time being able to enjoy a drink, the few of you who are enjoying these drinks, just kind of appearing out of your peripheral. You didn't see where they walked in at. You didn't see where they came in at. You hear a voice and he's just like, "Hello, wait a minute, you lot?" And you look up and
It's the
you see
pain.
you see this blue this blue-skinned tiefling with 2 horns and white hair, and like a club strapped across his back that you recognize from the first day that you came in. The guy that kind of was thrown at you for a second, and I think the 3 of you like broke his fall. In fact, I think Daggerclaw, you're holding his other club.
oh yeah, yes, I do have that.
He's like, "Oh, what brings you lot into a place like this?"
Wooden coins.
Yeah, we got a wooden coin. We're trying to get the heck out of here. Can you help?
He's like, "Of course I can help. Have you guys affiliated yet?"
I don't know what you're talking
With
about.
one of the factions.
With anyone?
Oh, then yes.
What? Really?
Huh?
Yeah,
When'd you get affiliated, Dagger Claw?
I've met several people. Haven't you?
Well,
Haven't
that
you
would-
guys been talking to the
I-
people in the
I've
town?
met.
Does he know what affiliated means?
I don't think he does.
He says,
remember,
"Oh, I
like-
think this must be one of those literal translation things." No, officially affiliated.
And I just kind of whisper
I
to him,
say-
like, I mean, look at him. He does look kind of dumb. Look at him.
I know what that means, but for the rest of them, explain it.
To answer your question, sir, I have not pledged allegiance to any of the factions that I've come across so far. I've mainly just have been trying to, figure out what's going on in the city as I'm new here, and I didn't want to throw all my eggs into a basket too early. You make the wrong choice.
Oh, we're describing loyalties. I am loyal to the Free People's Alliance.
Well, I haven't heard of that lot, but if you guys are looking for work, I know where you can definitely find some.
And where's that?
Oh, right here. You're looking at them. Are you looking for work?
Will it help us get out of here? Because I think what we really want to do is get out of here.
He's like, and where are you trying to go, friend?
Pretty much anywhere.
Where that's not the city.
Yeah, this place kind of sucks. Sorry.
Anywhere but where
No
the
offense.
people are?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
okay.
Count us in. Do we need to affiliate with you to do this?
No, of course not. Of course not. Besides, I don't know if you have what it takes to roll with my crew. But sure, if you're looking for work, a little bit of coin, I could help you out.
All right. How could you help us?
Could be good.
All right. So I'm still kind of achy and harboring an injury, from that little scuffle that you guys found yourself in a couple days ago.
Okay.
He's gonna ask you to give him a massage.
Otherwise, I'd go myself. It's really easy. So there's a boxer who lives down in the Twin Nests, and he's a pretty good fighter, but he doesn't need to win the match tonight. And I need someone to go put some sense into him and let him know that.
Where does he live?
You down? He lives in a flat in the Twin Nests.
Who lives in
he
the other
also-
nest?
He also has a fight tonight over in the Flesh Market.
Gross.
Flesh Market sounds like a strip club. Where
So,
are you,
what do
where are
you
you
say?
sending us?
Gotcha.
You
What is this boxer's name?
His name is Conga. You'll know him, big blue furry fella. Looks like a boxer, has a boxer's build.
What's his last name?
It's just Conga. He's like Cher.
I'm glad that Cher's made it down here. That's
She's universal. She spans all planes.
Sarah and Betty White are the only two that have come across
it's
the
weird that she made it, not Madonna, but okay.
Gotcha. So let's say we do find
He's
this
like,
boxer
look.
named Conga, and we convince him of your plot.
Mhm.
What then? What does that do for us?
He says, well, and he like does this sleight of hand thing, and he has 5 silver coins in among his 6 fingers.
You just saw Brian count like shit.
Oh man, I could smell the smoke from the gears turning.
No, see what? So he's using magic to spin the 5 coins on the tips of his fingers.
He says, well, you let him know and if he loses the match tonight, then I got a stinger for each of you. Meet me back here, and maybe some more work will be on the way.
Your rewards are vague. What is a stinger?
He's like, and he like collapses all of them, and he holds up 1 silver coin, and he's like, a silver piece, a shilling, a stinger.
Ah.
what does he get if he tosses the match? I feel like he's going to ask us that.
Oh, he gets to keep fighting in this town, is what he gets.
So you're going to kill him if he doesn't agree?
He's like, whoa, I'm no cutter. I just deliver messages.
Okay.
It seems like we're delivering the message.
That's true.
Can we get a down payment?
A down payment? You're drinking it.
Oh. Would be easier to convince him if he had some silver.
The ale wasn't that good, sir.
What's the value of a
and
silver
it could be
piece?
a free drink.
What's the value of a silver piece? Like, do we have any idea?
10
A silver
coppers.
piece is about 10 greens.
All right, fantastic. Got it.
10 what?
Greens.
Where do bits fit into all of this?
It's an obsolete currency.
They don't. It's a foreign currency. They don't accept.
No, it's 10 bits is 1 copper.
So how many coppers is a green?
1.
Oh,
It's like a fraction of a penny.
greens are just oxidized copper.
Yeah,
I get it.
I assume they all have a, what is it called, a patina or something?
Yes.
Sure. Thanks, Antiques Roadshow. All right. Anything else? Any other information that'd be helpful to us? You're just gonna stare at me.
He says, "No, I think that's about all you need."
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You've been to the Twin Nest, right? You know where that's at?
I do, but tell them.
He says, "Well, it's."
I just lower my head and just shake like.
He's like, "Yeah, you head out of the Wheel of Gold, you go north. You know, it's right past the gardens, and then you can go through the crystal ponds if you want, but you don't have to. You know what? Let me make it easy for you. Let me make it easy." And he says, "Ebb, come over here. Come over here." And this, like, you know, boy,
He
you describe
immediately
it.
dies.
He comes walking out of the back. He's taking off an apron. He's wearing kind of well-worn clothes. He's a pretty tall elf. He stands at about 5'4". He's got long pointed ears that kind of tip off. He's got brown hair pulled back into a ponytail. Just pulled up into like a man bun. He's wiping. He's got piercing purple eyes, and he just looks real excited, real happy. And he's like, "Yeah, boss, what can I do for you?"
He says, "Well, you're one step closer. Take these," and he tosses you 2 greens. And he's like, "Help these boys with their job, and I'll put you through."
Oh, really? Man, I've been waiting forever. Feels like. Oh man, thanks, boss. I appreciate the opportunity. Not gonna let you down. Hey guys, I'm Everin. Pleasure to meet you. I go around like offering to shake each of their hands.
I shake your hand, but my hand's pretty gross, so I don't know how you feel about that.
I do not care.
Oh wow, I like him.
I shake your hand. It's I give you a strong handshake, but it feels like you're shaking hands with a corpse, like it's cold to the touch, but you're just still super excited because I'm just so enchanting. And
doesn't work on a fellow elf, but okay.
Hey, you never know, man. You never know.
Nope, I'm still excited either way.
Sure.
Well, I'm excited too, sir.
As he's going around shaking hands, I first thank the gentleman for his boxer brief, and then
Edward pulls out a knife and slits his throat.
And then I go to shake Eb's hand, and as I touch his hand, I turn into Eb.
Oh, neat. You got a weird bit of...
Yeah. This
cool.
happens.
That's cool.
That's gonna be the episode title, by the way. Boxer brief. I'm just warning you guys.
So
Man, I just take a second and I just stare at myself and I'm like, huh. Glad I've gotten some color back. It's nice.
It's also it's a little odd when you look. It's not like a mirror reflection. It feels backward from a mirror reflection when you look at your own face. So there's a little uncanny valley for you.
Oh, super excited. So excited about everything.
At this point, I feel like all the drinks that were served have been drank.
Yes.
That's right. So pretty much shortly after the last drop of whoever finishes their drink last, you notice that like as you guys were talking with that blue-faced tiefling, the rest of the pub was actually pretty quiet. But as soon as the last drink is drunk, the background chatter kind of picks back up, and the bartender walks back out to the front. But it's not the same Minotaur. It's a noticeably different Minotaur with like a different pattern on them, and he just literally picks up the same mug and towel that the first one was cleaning and just starts cleaning up.
All right. Ebinar?
I go, you're different, and I point at him.
He says, "Wow, you really can't just point at people and say things like that."
What size creature is a Minotaur?
What is it like? I think they're like two or four.
Okay, never mind.
How many hands tall is he?
I try. I go up and I like touch his hand and try to change into.
He's just too much meat for you.
Oh man. All right. Well,
you try as you can. It's like I don't know. It's just not enough room.
Interesting. Sometimes it doesn't work, and then I sort of walk back to the group.
I turned to Daggerclaw and I'm like, it's Eberron, but you can call me
Eb. I
Eb.
apologize.
You can call me. No, it's fine. You can call me Eb. You know what? Just call me what you want. I'm just excited to hang out with some people, talk. I'm just excited to be here. You guys new in town?
Yes, we are. I was going to.
You
I
could
was
say
going to
that.
see. You're supposed to be leading us to this twin nest.
Oh yeah, we're going over to the Twin Nest. Yeah. I can lead you there. I'm not super familiar. I'm pretty new myself. Got here just a couple of days ago. But I was lucky enough, started working here, trying to earn it in, get in with the strappers, which I guess you guys are trying to do.
What can you tell us about the strappers?
know
We don't
much.
know much.
Let's go ahead. I don't know a lot. I'm not actually with the strappers.
So this is all. This is
But,
all our affiliation.
No. This is just a job.
Ah.
Mm.
Okay.
Also, don't be too quick to affiliate to an unknown organization. Mr.
Hey, that could be
Daggerclaw.
smart. Last thing I was doing, I was up in a factory working literally to the bone. It was awful. So let's
How long have you been here?
just a couple of days. This is
Okay.
before I came here.
Okay. I was like,
Did you wake up in the sewers
got a
too?
job, you quit that job, you work here now. All right. You're like halfway through an initiation.
I didn't. I wasn't in a sewer. I just came crashing through the roof of like a one of those buildings on the kind of close to the outskirts, where you just see a lot of squatters. Well, I mean, I live in that same building now, but I just came crashing through the roof. I woke up a little while later, tried to get my bearings. Luckily, I found some nice people, some not so nice people, and then I was able to put some of my cooking skills to use, and had been getting a couple of greens, a week, and just making it. And here I am.
Excellent.
Ed, you might
Fantastic
be
story.
the jolliest fellow. You might be the jolliest fellow I've met out here. I like you, Eb.
Please don't use that word.
Wait, Ed or jolliest or fellow?
Jolly. Don't.
You have to be.
No jolly, no jolly.
I don't like that word. Let's. I mean, are you guys good? Are you guys good to head out now?
What?
All right. I tell Eb that I appreciate his flow, and I say we should go ahead and hang out.
Question, Eb. Can we call you Eb? Is that fine?
He's established that like 8 times.
Okay, I'm just double
Or
checking.
literally whatever you want. You can literally call him whatever you want. He says
Just
that.
Jolly. Don't call him Jolly.
Do you know the path that takes us through the crystal ponds? Because that sounds really interesting. I feel like we should check that out.
I know of that path, but I've been told if I could to skirt it. But if that's where you want to go, I mean, it is a pretty quick path. I've never been down it. I am interested. There's safety in numbers. There's more of us now. So, you know what? We can go through there. And I lead them on through.
I mean, you're our guide. You can take us however you want. I was just curious. And
I'm literally the worst tour guide of this city. Where I'm like, and here's the trash can where I found my first scrap of food. And over there is where that person kicked me. Right here.
I feel like he's been there like a total of 1 day longer than you guys.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think we've been here longer than him. I think we should be guiding him.
I think what happened is, we all teleported in at the same time. We just ended up in the sewers, and he just crashed into the house for some reason.
Wait, you look up in the bar, and there's a hole in the roof, and you're like, did you fall in here just now?
I ask Eberyn, do you remember the attack that happened 3 days ago?
Oh, the big brawl?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone was
Were
talking
you a
about it.
member of the stampede that crushed our friend Larry?
Why would I go near that?
But so young, but so wise.
So young, but so wise.
How do you know that was going to happen? Like, do you have can you tell the future, or was it prearranged? Was it scheduled?
No, you just see people in uniform start gathering around, and next thing you know, someone throws a fireball. You just get the hell out.
Makes sense.
I mean, it's not like I'm gonna go borrow a magic wand and go run out there trying to stop things. What kind of dumbass would do that?
You would be surprised. You would be surprised.
All right,
Anyway,
so
over here's the gardens. As we're walking through the
Garden
gardens.
Princess. And Eberyn's just taking you on the worst tour ever as you guys head towards the Crystal Ponds. And that's where we're going to have to end tonight's episode.
Oh,
That was great.
Nate.
Oh my
That was a
god.
lot of fun.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. I guess we gotta thank our patrons and stuff, right? Do we have any mail, guys?
Guess we have
We don't
to.
have to, but we should.
I think we
No,
have
no,
all
no.
guys.
We do have some mail.
Hey!
Hit us with it.
Hey.
Patrons first or mail first?
Thank the patrons first.
Okay. I would like, and we would like, to send out a huge shout out to the following patrons: Amber Cardwell, Casey Smith, Cheryl Maplefish. Happy birthday, by the way. Your birthday was recent. Chris Freeling, James Trevor Hurt, Junior McBabyface, Kayla Light, Kevin McDermott, Max Ciccolini, Morning Dew Dice Bags, Tarkin Davis, and Zofar Petty. Thank you guys for your continued support.
Thank you all.
Yes. Thank you guys all for your continued
And if you would-
support.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
And if you'd like to join the ranks of our patrons, go to patreon.barnesandnobles.com. $2 gets you into our Discord server, where you can talk to us and other patrons. And we typically go and hang out for a little bit after the show on Thursdays, which is typically our streaming night, to just kind of hang out for a little bit and chat, kind of like an after show thing. So, check it out,
Join
Over
$2
to-
holla.
Mr. Boyd.
And speaking of our patron, Junior McBabyface, he sends in our current fan mail. I have a quick question. Do you guys still have a P.O. box for snail mail? And what is everyone's favorite color on the show? We sent in everyone's favorite color, and we just wanted to give a shout out that we do, in fact, still have our P.O. box. So if you wanted to
still
send
have
us...
those colors.
And it's listed on every episode description.
It is. It is Bards and Nobles, P.O. Box 381061, Birmingham, Alabama 35238. Feel free to send us
Whatever you want to send us.
Whatever you can legally send us.
Send us Clorox wipes, toilet paper, canned goods,
Beef jerky.
ammunition.
All the 2020 essentials.
All right.
Real talk.
But
though.
thank you, Junior
Everyone for
McBabyface. Also, be
Yes.
sure to send us messages, all the social medias. Thank you guys so
Yes.
much. And Sunday, we will be doing a long form session. We'll be knocking out 4
So
episodes.
long.
Yes.
Yes.
So hard.
Also,
So long,
I
so
don't
far.
blame any of you if you don't want to tune in at 7 a.m. Central to listen to us jackasses
Yeah,
play
that
that
will be
early in
a-
the morning. I don't even want to
that
go,
will
but I
be a
have
Twitch-
to.
I didn't plan on having my sound on.
Yeah, that'll be on
Sound
Twitch
on?
starting at 7 a.m. Hopefully ending at 12 p.m., but I guess we'll see.
You know we're gonna start at like
No.
5 and end at 1.
We're gonna start late. We're gonna end later. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
All right,
Thank
bye,
you, guys.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Love you.
Good night.